How you doing, everybody? All right, in this video, I want to talk about it's going to be a little bit of a personal video, talking about women and the way I relate or don't relate to them. Uh, Somebody had actually made a joke in front of people, asking me. They asked me about all right, they made a question, or they made an inquiry as to my sexuality in the form of a joke. Okay, now I don't want to go into details, but let's say that it involved something about cream in the middle. Okay, it was a very yeah, it was a pretty lascivious quip. Okay, and I guess this person that I'm in the nursing home with was outside with me, and he told me one day, he said, Barry, I don't know whether he was trying to compliment or insult me. All right, he says, Barry, I notice you don't look at women. I notice you don't look at women when they walk by. And I'm like, well, I don't need to prove, my sexuality. I don't need to, it's almost like a lot of guys almost like feel like they need to I'm not getting, I did that to straighten my collar. I'm not getting hot under the collar talking about it. Maybe a little. I mean, sex was always something that was, it's always something it's, it's you gotta really it's something. It's definitely it's an icebreaker. I'll tell you what, man. It is. You've definitely got some very. You've got some crushed. It's almost like it breaks the ice so much. You've got a slushy when you're done. But yeah. I said. He says. He's like, I notice women looking at you, man, and you don't look back. And now I start thinking, okay, well, maybe he's trying to compliment me, maybe. So I say to him, I'm like, well, I just sometimes I feel like I just want to be alone. I don't really want to talk to anybody. And I kind of kept it to myself. But in reality, the reason why is because I feel like that element of life, relationships, women, that doesn't apply to me, and it's closed off from me. And I want to make it patently clear that I'm not trying to fish for sympathy or fish for any kind of reaction from anyone, but like I said, I'm going to put this in the description. This is exactly how I feel, okay? I wrote this when I was in a different state of mind, to say the least, okay? And I feel like, years ago, I remember I was in a relationship many years ago. We wanted children. We wanted a family. That was our goal. A lot of people, like I said before, they want a family because of goals they couldn't achieve or thrills they couldn't experience. Having a family was our goal. It was our thrill. We kept always, every day, we'd talk about how cool it would be to look at a child, to look at somebody, know that you made them, your love made them, and to have them have features of the person you're with. I used to always kind of hope that the child would, take after her physically, but that's a whole nother story. She was a sweetheart. She used to tell me, oh, I hope, he has your eyes, and I think she was just being a sweetheart. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's how. But I feel like that just doesn't apply to me anymore. I feel like women walk by, and it's just, how could I ever be? Don't get me wrong. Oh, I'll give some decent conversation. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll give some decent conversation, but that aspect of my life, I feel like I was taken advantage of, and I was inappropriately handled as a child. I might as well come out and just say it. I was molested. When I was with my girlfriend, it was very hard to be with her. She was very patient. She taught me how to let go. For a while, she was the only person I could really be with, But for right now, in a nutshell, the reason why I don't, look at women, or I don't pursue any relationships, is because I feel like I'm not a good candidate. I felt like even in 2000, I think it was 2010, 2011, I reached a conclusion. I said, you know what? I have too many emotional problems too. I have too many, too much baggage, too much history of abuse, too much of too much pain of my own. Because, once you have a child, it's not about you anymore. Your problems and whatever issues you had in childhood that you can't let go of, like, whatever issues you have with your mother or your father, you have to let that go. It's all about the child from that point on, and I wasn't ready for that. In 2003, 2004, 2005, I thought I was. 2006, when it was actually a reality. A reality. It was actually, I thought it was gonna happen. I backed out of it. So, but right now, relationships and women do not apply to me. I am not a viable or I am certainly not someone who is a, suitable candidate for any woman really, because it's just there's too many, just the way I am. I'm too much. I have dysthymia. I'm not blaming any. Like I said, I don't want to use my emotional disorders as some kind of excuse or anything, but I just look at everything in a very, very pessimistic way. I'm sorry. It's almost, hurting my heart to even really, talk about this, you know what I mean? But it's the truth. I don't, I'm not trying to play sad. I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to fish for sympathy. There's some people out there who tell me, Barry, it's really, it's your choice, you're doing this to yourself. But I mean, come on. I'm in a wheelchair, okay? I'm in a wheelchair, okay? So if you're denying that attenuates how attractive someone is to a partner, you're kidding yourself, okay? And what a coincidence. So in other words, you could say that it's just a coincidence that, all the people out there who are not in wheelchairs are just have better personalities than the ones who are in wheelchairs. There's people out there who, they tell me, Barry, there's people out there who are married there. I'm like, yeah, and there's also women who give birth naturally. There's women who give birth via C-section. There's women who do it, all kinds of ways. There's all kinds of different, you know what I mean? There's all kinds of different ways to do things, okay? There's all kinds of people are impacted by their disorders in different ways. And I honestly feel like, at this point especially, I would rather be alone. I just feel like it's better for me. All right, it's better for me. It's better for everyone else. I have no problem having a female. I think I would like it. There's a part of me that, also, like I said, the way I was discouraged from affection as a child. Just, I remember there was one time, I always tell people, the story. My mother was not big on affection. Like I said, the way my mother would always give me a hug, it was like a stranger, almost like a girlfriend, like a female friend saying hi to you. They give you like a little hug here and there, like that's it. Not the kind of warmth that a mother would have for a son, certainly not, So, I remember there was one time my mother had not hugged me in a while, right? And I remember all of a sudden she came up and reached out for a hug for me. I said, here we go, I don't know what happened. I don't know where I touched her at. I must have been like 3-4 years old, maybe a little older, I don't know. But I went to go hug her. All of a sudden, I feel like smack across my face. Like I could not. Like what was that? Like, you know what I mean? And my mom says, "You don't ever touch a girl there. You don't ever touch a girl there." So yeah, so now we got the foundations of these problems I had in the future. With affection, and I don't know whether it was her breast. I don't know whether it was. I don't know her lower body. I don't know where I even touched. I just went to go hug my mother, and wham! I thought it's just that was just really just it was cold, man. But hey, that's what made me, and that's what that's life. Like I said, I'm not blaming anyone for anything, but there's a lot of. I have too much. There's a part of me that, if you told me right now, we'll cut your penis off, and you could have like someone give you affection, part of me would think about it. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm paralyzed anyway. But if I had the chance to get my, to walk again, and they said, hey, if I had a chance to walk again and not be paralyzed, I would. Let's see. There's a part of me that would choose staying in this chair and having the access to affection from a woman. But then, and did I think about it, that it'd be worth it, that I want it? But then there's another part of me that thinks, hey, if I had that, it would also make my skin crawl. It's almost like liking a food that makes you sick almost. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody, like I said, I'm just rambling on. Everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Bye.